Hi everyone, this is Jessica, and this is my second update for my project. Um, what have I completed since the last update? Well, I've done a lot. One main thing I tried to do is create more of a theme and to try to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I created this word cloud that you'll see that I'm used throughout the wiki. This is on the main page. It's a little bit larger, and I tried to use a smaller version on the other pages. Also, I tried to focus on the font, and so far on this page, you can see for this font, I used a sans serif Arial Black font, and then for the text, I used a serif font, Georgia, and so I tried to keep that consistent throughout and to have that contrast like we learned. Here I was sort of trying to go with that works every time layout, and I'm really trying hard to move this down, but for some reason it won't it won't do that. I also added a lot of content, so there should be content in every page. So if we go to the multimodal samples, I think that was there last time, but I changed it a little bit so that, as you can see, this is kind of coming throughout, and that the text is the same. I added some still images. I've been in the process of contacting some former students so I can get um, some products or get permission to use some of their work. So this is student examples. That's another thing I did for all the examples. I broke it up into student examples and published examples. So this is an example of a still image of a PSA that one of my students last semester did. That I liked. So she was really nice and emailed me back quickly and gave me permission to use it. Um, let's see. I added I added some more in every section. And then I also added under the design content in all of these sections, how to use this section, what are the principles of good design, and that. In terms of what I still need to do, I still want to add some more student examples. So like I said, for every section, and I have in particular, I used my example here. Let me click on this. Um, but I have a couple students who I've emailed to see if I can use the videos that they've made in my class. I still am trying to figure out how to get this one. I emailed him as well, but I don't think he wanted it to be public, so I'm not sure if I might have to take that down. He told me I could share it with people, but I don't know if I can get it so it will embed. So, I'm trying to get in touch with him about that. And the other thing is I need, and this is goes along with what do I still need to do and what do I need help with. I'm looking at these design pages, for instance, principles of good design, and obviously I need to add some definitions of these things, but I'm also playing around with the idea of adding samples, examples. I guess I'm a little nervous about this because I feel like first of all, I don't know how easy it will be for me to find samples or where I'm going to find them. And secondly, since this isn't really my area of expertise, I'm a little bit nervous about finding samples. Like when I look in the book, sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, okay, I trust them because they're the experts. But about, sort of putting samples there and saying that it's illustrating these things. So that's something I kind of am unsure about how to go forward. I'm going to add definitely the definitions. And then I'm thinking maybe it'll just be something I sort of need to develop more slowly and to really maybe use my classes, my students as well, some of them who have design backgrounds to help me put in some examples of this. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'd like some feedback on that. And that's the main thing I have to do, sort of fill in these pages, add a couple more things. And then the other main thing is to organize this. I don't know how to do that yet, so I need to either find, and then I don't know, I know that on our wiki it's organized. So for instance, put it in the order I want it in, and under multimodal samples, have indented and having the three types of samples for design basics indented in the three examples. Um, in terms of the online community, I've just mostly gotten sort of ideas. One of the ideas that I got from that community is the idea of doing, and that's the wrong, doing the student example and published examples and sort of making a purposeful delineating those. I think that's important because some of the professionally done examples can be difficult, um, or overwhelming. Um, and also I've gotten links from those communities that I've used in some of these areas. I guess one of the questions I have besides what I already asked about is this idea of whether the green is too much. I was trying to sort of keep it consistent. I sort of picked these colors because it was earthy. I felt like it went with this, but then the green here, is it too much? Would maybe a brown be better to go with the multimodal and contrast this green or something different? I don't want to use yellow because that doesn't show up that well. Um, the other thing is, what do you thoughts about the word cloud? Does it work? Is it too big? Is it too much? Having it on every page. Um, and I asked about the design samples and the other thing is this peer review. This is still a challenge for me figuring out the best way to do peer review on a site like this, and whether I should link out. I'm really intrigued by the idea of VoiceThread, whether that might be something I could link out to, but I see that I'm not sure if VoiceThread allows you for students to upload their documents, so I'm still really having trouble with that. Um, in terms of how I really want to use this. I haven't been able to pilot this semester because my classes are really kind of coming to a close at this point, and to introduce a new peer review process at this point is a little much. But I could, but I am planning on using some of the examples as my students create um, their uh, multimodal text for their research project. And then I'm hoping to get some samples and from my students this semester as well. Okay, thank you for listening, and I appreciate any feedback that you could give me. Okay, bye.